Hey there, today we are going to be drawing the red sprunky. I'm going to be using a Sharpie. You can use whatever you have available, but let's go ahead and get right into this. I'm going to do this without any kind of tools. So the circle is going to be a little bit hard, but we are going to first draw a pretty large circle, but we don't want the circle to be completed. So I'm going to start right around here, and we're going to do a very large circle that almost connects at the top, but doesn't. But it is going to be a little bit more than a half circle. So right there is fine. I'm going to go ahead and extend this part up a little bit. Right there looks pretty good to me. Now we're going to do two large circles in the center here for the eyes. We're going to start right about here, and we're going to do two large circles. It's okay if it's not perfect. It's just supposed to be having some fun here. So one big circle right there. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. They're going to be pretty close together, so I'm going to start right here. Make another large circle. And I'm trying to make sure that it's about the same size. Then from here, we're going to draw a line in both of these about halfway down. We can draw a line right here. And then using this line as a reference, I want to draw the same line right across because I want them to be at about the same level. From here, now we're going to do some half circles. So I'm going to start right about here. I'm going to do a big arc, and I'm kind of following the line on the bottom to make this arc. So I'm kind of following this line that I already created. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. It's going to follow the line here down on the bottom. Come back up. Later, when we're starting to color, we can go ahead and color in the little pupils here black. But let's go ahead and give some little eyebrows. So I'm going to start right about here, and we're just going to do a line. Comes up like this. And then we're going to do that same thing on the other side. Starting at about the same point, draw a line that comes up right about there. I got my dachshund. My dachshund dog is barking in the background. Hopefully it's not too distracting. Then we're going to be drawing a bored little face here. Not a smile, not a frown, just a straight line going across. So now to put in the horns, we're actually going to draw the bottom of the horns first because it will help us center the middle one. So I'm going to start on the inside, right about here, and I'm just going to draw these little kind of half circles, but really just this little arc. And then about that same size, I want to do it on the other side. And now that I have both of these, I'm going to put this one up just a little bit further. Now that I have both of these, I can more easily see where the center one should go. So I'll start it right about here. And there's the bottom of our center horn. Now we can go ahead and start drawing the actual points on here. So I'm going to draw a line that comes up. I want to be roughly in the middle of this arc right here, and then I'm going to come down. And what I mean by that is when I draw the line up, I want to be looking at the middle of the little curved line. So when I draw this line over here, I'm going to be kind of paying attention to the middle of this arc so I know when to stop. Right about there, I look to be in the middle, and now I can go ahead, draw the next one down. So this is always good to make sure that we're using a reference, right? We always want to look at different parts of our drawing to help us draw the new parts. So again, I'm looking at that little middle part right here. I'm I'm going to draw a straight line that goes up. I think I'm about right in the middle. Then I'll go ahead and draw the next one. Now from here, we can go ahead and just extend this circle that we started in the middle. So I'm going to start on the same exact line here just to connect it to the horn. I'll do that same thing on the other side. I'm going to start on the line we already created, and then I'm just going to extend it to where it touches the horn. And now I'm going to pretend that this line continues, and I'm going to pick it back up on the other side and connect it to the horn right there. I'll do that same thing. I'll pretend that this line continues. Just imagine it going behind that horn and then continuing, and it's going to connect at about the same level over here. Now we got the two really big ones that we can do. So we're going to start right about here, and we're going to draw a pretty long diagonal line. Right about there is good. Doesn't have to be perfect. Then we'll go ahead and draw a line right about here, almost at the top of the eye height, and connect it. It's a little bit smaller than what the actual character looks like, but again, that is just fine. We're just trying to have fun. We'll do the same thing on the other side. I'll start right about here. I think you could definitely now hear my dog barking in the background. And then we're going to start right over here. Draw up. There we go. So you can see this horn over here is more accurate to what our red sprunky actually looks like in comparison to this. But again, just having fun. So now we're going to go ahead and draw the little body. I'm going to use the line right here that I already created as a reference. I'm going to start just past that. So right around over here on the bottom of our circle, I'm going to draw a diagonal line that comes down almost all the way. I'll do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to go just a little bit past this line that we already created right here. Off to the side. Draw a line that comes down. And now I just got to connect these two lines. And if it doesn't connect all the way, then we can just extend this line like so. Now, next thing that we have to do is go ahead and color. We can add a tiny bit of shading as well as we're coloring it, but let's go ahead and color it, and then we'll see what it looks like when we are done. And there we go. There's our fully colored red sprunky. I went ahead and took some creative liberty here because I was out of a dark red color. So I used a brown, and then I also used a dark brown to add some shading onto the red sprunky. Hopefully this video was fun. Hopefully you found it easy to follow along with. And if you did, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.